Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another company for us to replay, brought to you by, and I hope I'm getting this right, just 4502, which, again, not really a name, but that being said, I believe this individual is from Korea, so I think I put numbers, because otherwise, I'm gonna see here, it would show up either like that or with like no name to it, so I guess that's just how it shows up. Whatever the case may be, he sent this 4v4 in, so thank you. Let's look at all of these guys' ranks, and oh my god, the entire enemy team is pretty powerful, and the allied team is not so. Wow, he's even especially lower level. No offense, you are. So yeah, we'll see how this game goes. 2 Vermont, 2 OKW versus 2 British, a Soviet, and American player. We have 45, Ho. God, I don't know whether this guy Tit or Ho. Both are terrible. Scratchy. I have no idea what this guy's name is. I have no idea. M8, Red Army, God, and R. Shoot. What am I gonna say here? Alright, so again, 45 over here, we'll call him Ho, because I feel like I'm referencing Thundercats, and we'll call you Otaku. There we go, we'll call you Otaku. I'm sure that'll work well. In any case, let's see. So with the allies pushing over here again, the main point of this map, which I hate, by the way, I hate Essence Steelworks with a burning passion. You go for the fuel, and then you have all this territory over here you have to like watch out for, like a big flank. Same thing over here, except on this side it's more open, which is kind of weird, and you can easily like, it's less defendable, so you can easily just swarm through this way, and this becomes like the big center point for holding, which is fine, it's whatever. But anyway, with the British and Soviet player over here, looks like they might have the advantage, because if they get Vickers in, okay, turn your MG, which is now M60, which has helped cut back on this, no offense, high-level Soviet spam, which is whatever. New patch notes came out, still thinking about those. I'll let you guys know in a future replay what I think about the balance changes. But anyway, it should be all equal, honestly, but if they add in the Vickers, it should easily go to the British, or if they add in more support. Yeah, we can see the Vickers coming in. This MG is going to be pushed back, and they should have control of the fuel. That being said, it looks like the Axe over here are taking this point. They could easily push up, try to maybe flank over here, and knock out this mortar. On the left side, though, we have the American player, 45. Looks like he tried to rush up. Stern Pioneers, though, showing them, hey, for Echelon, sorry, you're going to be wrecked. Bulk Squad getting this building. What's really nice is if you can get MG in this building, it's really, really good, because again, the enemy comes through this way or this way. Even better would be mines. Stern Pioneer mine here in this location would like block and deflect enemy forces. Very nice flank coming in. Again, we can see here he went the Armor Company, and Armor Company highlight would probably be the M10, which is just a cheaper Jackson. It's okay if you making pretty good use correctly, and the Assault Engineers, which are really, really good if you make sure that you can. Ooh, very nice. You just have to close in the gap, but on this map it's so close quarters that's actually really good. Very nice, by the way, capturing this point, because as you can see here, it's cutting off their munitions. The star has no effect. I mean, you're going to get the point on the star, whatever, no matter what. Probably should have stayed and captured that point for another second, honestly. I get you're trying to flank this unit with a lot of forces. We can see the British player, Scratchy, trying to bring over a UC carrier. Not just, sorry, UC, not UC carrier. Jesus Christ. Get on your game. Sorry, we're 4 doubles in a row. Double shifts. Oh my god. This is my first day off in quite some time. I'm just like, yes, break. But anyway, yes. So, combined fire, these Volksgrenadiers have stand no chance of whatsoever, and they're pretty much going to be annihilated. Now, what could have these guys done better? Well, first off, where is this guy? What happened to all your men? You're in the... Wait. Where's Red? Okay. I'm going to pause right here for a second. Why is this player on the right and this player on the left? I know maybe you were like, oh, we want to separate the OKW and stuff like... Did you really make the medical base in your own HQ? The medical base. The forward operating base in your own HQ. Really? Jesus Christ. Okay, so First off, this is a bad idea because, again, you can't use this special ability to, I don't know, get a retreat point. So that way you're constantly in the fight. I get it. This map, it's harder to defend it, but still, it's still very important as such, like this. Secondly, this guy should be on his own lane, going through this way. I understand, oh, Greyshot, he has this base battle group. Yeah, it makes sense. But if you're going to change lanes, make it something that's more applicable. This guy, as Vermok, has a longer trek period to go over here than this guy on this coming over this way. All right, simply because of the fact that this kid has a forward base, so he can move, he can do that. Okay, this makes sense. The Vermok player on the right does not. So either triple team here or keep the lanes. You're not helping, and right now you're losing because of that. Sorry, I had to speak up. I had to pause because that's just ridiculous. I know it's like a lot of people will be like, keep your lanes, and sometimes that does get annoying. And sometimes the best thing is to change lanes. But sometimes it's like, goddamn, you want the quickest trek out. As simple as that, and that is simply not the case in this game. Also, I find it kind of weird that they haven't tried to capture this point, or I get it, they're under sustained fire, and right now there's a Bofors coming down. Again, he got the upgrade, I assume, instead of the armored car, and I assume... No, actually, I'm sorry. I thought he got an upgrade. I know that one guy over here has a stuka, and we can see here he has a lot of mobile bombardment stuff, which I get because a lot of people will have these either spearhead or the other one, simply to hold back and to stop the spam of fortifications by the British, because that has become a prevalent factor, which apparently will also not be addressed from the recent patches. So yay. No, they're just making... I saw it. They're making the automatic artillery barrage thing a normal ability, which I'm like, all right. So what does advanced regiment get? I'm sorry, advanced defense advanced defense get? Shoot, forgetting names. Divert. Anyway, over here again, terrible spot for an MG. I know you're trying to MG spam, whatever, but you know that's not working. They've been tearing you apart left and right. And also, very nice utility car. Again, utility car is, I think, underused. Very good at dropping mines at key locations. Has a free bazooka team in case you are chased by armor. And most importantly, you can drop mines in actually, not mines, sorry. You can literally chase down... it can drop mines in really cool points. But you can chase down this infantry and just murder them as they retreat, which very few vehicles can actually keep up with. And actually still be pretty effective. Okay, nice ambulance. I like this location until they get in the building and bazooka it. But I mean, bazooka Panzerschreck. My God, I'm losing my mind today. Panzerschreck it. Whatever. Not interesting Volk blob. I wonder how that's gonna do. Do you have the grenade upgrade? I wonder. No, you do not. I think a grenade right here would be pretty amazing. This is what I mean. Just if you're very lucky, you didn't have Panzerschreck to kill that thing. Luckily, he is retreating and he's using his utility car to cover his retreat very small. Why do you run this way and then over here? Wouldn't it be simpler just run straight? Whatever. Doctrine-wise, Soviet shock army. Highlight would be the shock troops and heavy mortars. Artillery is also pretty good. Also, we have the mobile assault regiment. Pretty good. Highlight would be the Mantis. I know it's the mattress, but I call it the Mantis because it sounds a lot cooler. And honestly, it's pretty epic for killing stuff in a large area. Not great against armor. And infiltration commandos, if used sparingly and effectively, can be very good. Nice. Again, we can see over here this guy used his red smoke, aka it's the pyrotechnics, and what that does is tell his base, hey, artillery, I need you to fire in that position. See, artillery's like, yo, what up? Gotcha. Firing artillery rounds at that location. And then the enemy's like, oh my God, artillery's coming down, and either it's gonna horribly miss, or it's gonna hit my unit directly and kill in one shot. You're gonna lose. Why are you over here? I love how this guy. I love how 45 is like, no one's capturing this. I'm gonna send it over, and by the time he sends it over, this unit's over. Already again there and murdering it. Again, utility car. Not much really fighting it. Until the Volk squad came in. They are switching the Volk squad out with what's it called? The STG-44s. I'm wondering how that's gonna affect this gameplay. Well, that pretty much how's that gonna affect OKW's ability to fight vehicles in general? Because then if you get rid of that, what infantry do they have versus vehicles? They don't have any. I don't know. That's an interesting loophole I find for a future update that may correct it. Wow. Very nice. Again, they both get it, and that's really cool. They both get these repair crews. And again, get them upgraded, they can be pretty good. Especially with bazookas, you pop them both out, they fire out. Let's see, Puma. The Puma is going to run. Over here, let's see, we have more Volks. What? Jesus Christ, I just noticed how many Volk squads this guy has. This is the problem, I guess, with the kind of like a blob. He's just blobbing infantry. But, to be fair, he's not wasting fuel. He's not wasting any fuel or major resources. He's just saving up to get these battle group headquarters. Which, again, I like how you're separating them, but it's in your base. You don't have to worry about the bombing strike. Unless you put it at the edge of your base, which, well, this guy did, but whatever. Once again, this guy over here, trying to bring out more, I guess, a more variety of units. A lot of artillery. Once again, we do have that mortar half-track. I assume he's trying to kill, and in which he did, the Bofor and the MGs. Very smart. That being said, this British player is not just spamming emplacements. He does have a wide range of decent infantry units. So that will be also a big issue. Because right now, they don't have a lot of like frontline heavy units. They have a lot of defense units and a couple infantry units. But the infantry section could easily hold that stuff back. Plus the Soviet mortar stuff, they could easily like cause enough havoc so it would be hard to push up. So I don't understand what this guy's trying to do. They're really playing defensively when honestly they should be more offensive. I know they have a lot of mortar, stuff like that, but you can't push with a mortar. Okay, the Soviet guy's just like calling bullshit on my statement, but you can't really. You can't send a mortar to the front line and have the random men with the guns hold them back, because they'll be annihilated as such. Anyway, we can see over here, and the Volks blob is back. Lots of Panzer Shreks, but they do have some. They have a lieutenant, which is good. It's a good infantry shot. Wow, okay, nice Panzer Grenadiers pushing back that UC. Yeah, so it looks like slowly but surely the Axis are gaining more ground and focusing. This guy also went, again, the other mortar half-track doctrine, infesting support, which I highlight would be the mortar half-track and the artillery. Poor UC, I think I just blew up. No! Oh, it was the... Oh my god, no! It was the utility vehicle, which, should probably not have run into a Volk blob, but whatever. Whatever the case may be. I kind of find it weird he's just kind of pushing back. Like, what do you do? Like, what are you doing? You're going back, going forward? What are you doing? Okay, so they're finally going in mid, which is about time. Again, maybe check to see where the enemy is. They didn't push there. Once again, more MG spam, but what are you seriously putting down the Panzer? Oh my god, really? Okay, it's not. This is actually a pretty good location because the fence kind of. That's a weird angle, but whatever. I guess you're trying to have defense. My problem is this Centaur. If it sees this and if it can get around, it's so dead. It is so dead because it can easily just come up this way, fire, and this like thing would have no way. Because I doubt they would have the time, but I don't think he saw it. No, he does see it. The shock troops are here. I have no idea then why is he not saying his move your Centaur up. Oh boy, shock troops are gonna die. Really? You're not gonna focus fire and kill the 1-star shock? Really? Really? All right, that's cool. And the Panzer headquarters is deployed without much, really anything. Nice. Why would you move the Stuka up that close? Alright, stupidity at its finest. Infantry moving up. He does have a major and he has a Sherman, but not much infantry. And especially for the American player, you probably want that infantry. Nice job though with the Sherman. At least you can have some nice tactics to hold back this infantry spam. The only problem... Wow, another Stuka, really? I really thought this guy was going to be like, I'm going to save up for some heavy vehicle or something. I mean, to be fair, he's... Yeah, I actually think these are actually a clan. And I know he has all these Stuka upgrades, which congratulations, you managed to get all of them through the random drops. Nice 3-star lieutenant, by the way. Wow, no kills, too. And it has 3 stars. Never mind, Jesus. So, again, some units vet up really quickly, and some take forever. But anyway, yeah, my concern is why are you getting a Stuka? It's not like they have a lot of... Okay, they have a couple fortifications, but it's not like they have a huge MG wall or something. Okay, very smart. At least you're decommissioning that armor for some fuel. But yeah, I'm questioning what your motives here. I'm also questioning this guy. I like how he has a forward base. This bunker again, kind of healing his infantry, getting more infantry, and then the other one, the medic, would just heals health, which is good if you can put both of them down, make a forward assembly. That's smart. But the problem is, like, there's not much. Like, what's your plan? What are you doing? Like, what's your motivation here? I know it's like motivation is probably play, but it's like, what's your tactic? You know what they have, you know what it's like. So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna stay here and camp until you hope and you can get enough forces to defeat them? You don't. You have a bunch of random units, not like kind of scattered about, but nothing concrete. Like, again, kind of just shown here. It's just they're kind of just being easily taken out. Once again, Centaur coming in, and Centaur just demolishes infantry like no one's business, which is great. Absolutely great. Stuka, you, sir, are the dumbest player I've ever seen. He did the Stuka right on the building. That is incredible. That is a fail. My God. Volks Blob on standby. I'm assuming that the Shermans saw that and was like, I'm going to stay back. To be fair, they all were vetted up, so it could be a little bit harder to kill them. Panzer Grenadier Squad, again, versing a Centaur, has the advantage because, again, it's a Panzer Shreks, and unfortunately, Centaur can take a couple hits, but not too many. The Axes over here have been gaining more ground, so wow. And has been placing tons of mines. Thank you for doing something a little bit different. I know he has fortification that allows him to do that, but seriously, that's like, I thought, like, who was it? Oh God, I'm trying to think of the name. Was it? No, yeah, GTA. GTA put so many mines. He killed 3 rifleman squads as they went across. And it wasn't even the same minefield. He had 3 minefields crisscross with each other. And the guy's like, I'm just going to go around. He thought it was 1, and it was actually 3. It was great. But, very nice. Just, again, another minefield, but the tank can go right through. The problem is, though, is the large amount of infantry coming in from behind, which, ugh. Nice artillery, though. I'm assuming that's from the Katusha? Wow, a lot of Panzerstreks. Still managed to get out of there in time. Do you have explosive rounds on? Yeah, you do. Good, good, good. So they're falling back. Still going to be annoying to fight here. Who has Katusha? You have the Katusha. Wasn't bad to get what you're trying to hit the mortars, so actually nice, nice attempt at counter mortar units. Sherman getting healed again. Nice co-op right here. Let's see what any other doctrines. Okay, we also have the tactical support regiment. I feel like this is underused. It was until people started seeing how good it was. I've been seeing a lot more. The artillery covers a highlight and forward observation post. Both are great support, and both have really great abilities to just hurt infantry and armor to a great extent. Nice mortar carriage. I like how you're hiding it behind the building and just firing over to hurt it. That's pretty smart. A lot of people wouldn't think this would be a great for urban environments, but it is, because you can fire over buildings and just hit stuff without being necessarily impacted all that much. Stuka firing second time's the charm, ladies and gentlemen. Is he gonna do it? Yeah, alright, good job. You killed the building with the MG. That will make it very difficult for the allies to hold you back. Also, love the mortar placement, just like still holding on barely. You should run. You should run. Nice grenade, though. Never mind, grenade sucked. Sherman coming over here, I'm not sure. Oh, they're trying to kill the Yag. Did it really kill the Yag? Oh my God, I think I killed the Yag. Very, very nice job. So right now, I actually think the Allies are doing a nice comeback. Just utterly wrecking the Axis right now, so very good. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Axis are getting some nice hits in, but they're not gaining all that much ground. Like, again, remember, they were gaining ground over here, and then they kind of fell back. They were kind of gaining ground over here, and now they're kind of falling back. So, I know it's like a push and shove. Nice Katusha, by the way. I love how, if that guy would have charged, the Katusha would have annihilated all of his men. Again, sometimes it's better to use some artillery vehicles close range, because that it's a very small amount of time we can retreat. It can do a lot of damage. MGs, I don't know why you have both of them looking in the same area. Probably should have one looking this way, one looking this way. For a high-level player, that's kind of a dumb move. Lightning War Doctrine, I guess is the doctrine he picked. Highlight would be the close air support, which it does a lot against vehicles. The tactical movement's pretty good to get them to the front lines pretty quick, which I guess why he got it, because that way he can keep fighting. And the Tiger Tank is also pretty good. You have 3 Stukas. That's all you're going to do is... Oh, I see what he's doing. He's using the Stuka spam. Which is bad, because this thing has a low amount of health. I love the fact that, again, the artillery over here is doing quite a bit. The mattress... I mean the Mantis, sorry. Because, you know, I call it the Mantis because it's awesome. I'm good. Maybe that's just a Halo fan in me. Oh, I just made her... Anyway. But anyway, yeah, it has a wide area of effect, but man oh man, it may not do a lot of damage, but it fires so many rockets, it's guaranteed to hit something. It's guaranteed to at least cause some havoc on the enemy team as rockets come flying in and being like, oh my god. That being said, it looks like both the Allies and the Axis are kind of in disarray. Both have large armies, and this is what I mean, like, this base should be moved up, because it's taken him forever to move back all of his infantry to the front line. Centaur moving up. Gets wrecked by the 3-star Panzer Grenadiers, or I should Grenadier in this case, because there's only one guy left. Oh my god, another Stuka coming up to the front lines. Again, I'm not saying that Stuka spamming is bad, I just see what this guy's tactic is. He's just using a ton of Volks, Minesweepers, which is also pretty smart, and just bombing the enemy to like smithereens, which I also feel bad because he just lost his Mantis, and he also just lost his Sherman, which, very good, you killed the vehicle crew for it, so now both these guys are kind of in disarray. So, congratulations, you're bombing them to oblivion. Which could be a good tactic. I mean, good tactic, it is a good tactic, but I mean, if you can't necessarily defeat your opponent head-on, you know, use something else. I do find it interesting you got the Bulldozer, but the fact is, it's good against infantry, and it can take a lot of hits. I'm just... Actually, no. Well, this is the reason. It's not that great against armor, and at 20 minutes in the game, I haven't seen any armor from Red, so I knew he was probably saving up for something. My god, I didn't realize something. Hold on. Before anything, he didn't even get the upgrades for the support or heavy armor, or Panzer Corps. Why? You have so much fuel. You could have gotten something to help your teammates out a lot sooner. I'm sorry. I just find that incredibly stupid. Also, close air support can do a lot of damage for some medium armor to light armor. Heavy armor, not so... I mean, you can still hurt it, but whatever. But it looks like they're pulling back. Probably ambulance should pull back because I think it's still in range. It can still be killed. But yeah, with the Tiger now, with all those Stukas constantly spamming, it can be very, very bad for the Allies right now on this side. I have no idea what he's even hitting. There was nothing over here. I guess he was trying to hit this, but if they're capturing it, then fire it at this point, not some random point. Whatever. At this point, I think the British player should not use the emplacements. They feel he should fall back. I love how the British player also has a tank. That's pretty awesome in my book. Let's see. On the right side, though, nice Minesweeper. Again, making sure that, once again, the mines cannot be affected. Wait, well, wait. Terrible location for a Pak-43. Pak-43 can fire through buildings and is amazing at killing armor. That's a terrible location. You want somewhere like here, because it can fire through the building and just hurt any allied unit. And then the building would also protect it. I guess he's firing there to kill the mines and to push back the blob too. I don't know. Sometimes maybe too many close hits is a bad thing. I feel like he's using too many. Also, lots of Su-85s, not much frontline infantry. What about Otaku? How's he doing? Wow, he has a great frontline force. What is this? Enable emergency war speed. Huh. That's really cool. Oh, and also these are the salvage recovery squad. Okay. That's cool. So they do like what the OKW do, and they can like salvage stuff, which is really cool. Blob infantry coming in and instantly retreating for God knows what reason. Yeah, hit them on their way out. Not really. I swear to God, if you have... Okay. And now the Pack 43 could easily hit this unit. Again, a nice Panzerwerfer shot. I think that was a Panzerwerfer. Do you have Panzerwerfer? Yeah, you do. Very nice. Panzerwerfer is great because it just comes in without, like, Katyusha can more consistent. Panzerwerfer is just one hit, which I initially, and I remember in the older replays, I hated the Panzerwerfer. I thought it was crap, and then the more they fixed it a little bit and they made it a lot better. And I love how this guy's charging with his Panther instead of, like, coating them behind the Pack 43 to get annihilated. He didn't do that at all, and they just get paid the price. More frontline Stukas, hitting stuff. Nice crisscross, but you still kind of miss, and I swear to God, please have the mattress. Oh my God. Fine, I'll call it the mattress. Whatever. The mattress. Which, again, it sounds like it's like, we're going to fire foam beds at the enemy. Anyway, the mattress has, again, wide range and area of effect, so at least they push back the Stukas. That being said, Tiger, what are you doing? Move up. There's nothing over here. What are you afraid of? The Stukas have been doing more. Also, he should probably retreat because the Stukas will probably come in. Wow, what? Oh, he hit here thinking he's gonna why would you do that? Fortification, I guess, called in over here. I assume that's what happened. Yeah, that's zeroing artillery, which, again, you can see him retreat and hitting this area. Ooh. Kind of just wrecked him, honestly. That was a really good zeroing artillery. We have a Stormbrick Strike coming over here, helping kill some infantry. Oh, what's this? So we have a Comet Tank over here. Again, the Pack 43 not turning for whatever reason. And, yeah, easily doing some nice hits. Probably should fall back right now because, again, you know there's a Pack 43. Why are you charging? You're going to be annihilated. You're very lucky the Panther missed. This guy, my God, push up. I hate this guy because he's I mean, don't get me wrong. He's spamming and he's doing a really good job keeping his units alive, but he's spamming Stukas and folks, and I hate when people just spam. So hopefully. Okay, he's spamming M10's on the right-hand side. I'm not entirely sure why, but sure. Pack 43 trying to get a shot, but unfortunately can't see. Nice flank, though. Again, oh, shoot. Pack 43 cannot fire. Kill it, hurry. Oh, they killed it just in time. Oh, that could be very bad. Well, I think the artillery cover's coming. Yeah, artillery cover's coming in, which hurts vehicles and armor. Very nicely done. And the M10's go in there, wreck house, and fall back. Now they have to worry about the Volk squads currently moving through the territory, most likely killing their vital resources, but whatever. These guys over here just got rickety wrecked. And artillery cover still coming in, which is, again, suppressing the infantry and hurting armor as such. Probably kill this unit. Or, oh my God, take over the Pack 43. Take it over. Take it over. Yes! Now have the Pack 43 fight the artillery gun. Oh, this is ultimate karma. Nice job killing the artillery gun. Now you just have the Pack 43 just fire away, because why not? Bulldozer coverage. Very cool. That should hold back the infantry. Oh my God, Cervix Strike coming in. Just annihilating that infantry. Panther is just trying to get those repairs in. Try to help out. The Pack 43. Oh my God, just have it start firing away. Artillery's coming in still. Some nice hits. If they can still alive, oh, it's not. Oh, I was gonna say, if they can stay alive, it would easily be able to hold back the Panther. Because, like, oh, M10's coming back in. Some nice hits. 3 M10's, not bad. Again, if you activate the special ability, they can activate special armor piercing rounds. So that's a good thing. But that being said, as you can see here, this left side is completely open. But they're wrecking on the right. So honestly, in this case, it's a simply who can kill the other side quicker. And right now, both the American and British player on this side, was it Scratchy and 45, unfortunately, just simply don't have anything over there. Well, unfortunately, the entire lifeline of both these players, of Red Army and God, are over here, and they just lost everything, and now they have like Pack 43s and stuff like that they can use. Oh, Katusha. Oh, nice Katusha. Pushing back those Volk squads, which is pretty much everything he has left. Stukas are now being called in to pretty much help spread out and to annihilate a lot of this stuff. Oh, that poor unit. So many bombs called in, but only one unit killed, so actually that wasn't too bad, honestly. But yeah, right now it's just a lot. It's a huge flank coming in. Right now the Allies need to kind of finish annihilating this. Wow, really? Is that the really? That Panzerwerfer, very happy it died, but my God, that attack was so close quarters. It wasn't even funny. It's like, yeah, just put them in 10% speed when they go off the. Well, they're just literally firing directly in front of it. It's great. Bulldozer getting some nice hits. Again, great against killing infantry. And they retreat for some, I'm guessing the MG, but I have no idea why they retreated. And now they can retreat all the way back to base, so that gives them some time. Panther coming in along with a pack, because why not? I think he's using the boost. No, he's not. Is he? No, he's not. Sorry, I looked a little too fast. With a Comet, though, and unfortunately they killed the Pack 43, but now with this, it's just no competition, honestly. Wow, you have a full army now. Holy God. I just noticed that he has a huge army. And now he's just coming back and taking over territory because, again, this guy's blobbing. AK is keeping all of it. Well, the thing about blobs people forget is that since they're all together, you can literally just walk up and capture territory and stuff like that because you know if all of his units are center and they just retreat, that gives you like 30 seconds to a minute to just go capture territory. Also, love the M10's just walking up being like, your Stuka's dead. Your Stuka's dead. Your Stuka's dead. Oh, it's great. And also M10 has some good speed, so we can outrun even the fast. It can outrun the Stukas. Oh boy. Stuka run! Oh, nice artillery shells coming in. These guys are being direct. I feel like this is just desserts. Oh no, this thing's gonna be annihilated. Oh, he just ran over a bunch of oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, run in. That's incredible, the fact that the Volk squads lost so many men just from an M10 out of control. Oh, that's amazing. And it still died. The Stuka still died, which is the best part. I'm assuming no, there's no mines. No mines over here too. Oh, the Panther's really jelly right now. Panther's like, you killed my Stuka's friend. Dude, how is this Panther even seeing him, but the M10 can't? That's really stupid. Now we have the Tiger, which is once again probably one of the worst Tiger players I've ever seen. He's like, I'm just gonna hang out and do my thing. And it's like, he's not even pushing, he's not doing anything. Tiger's only got 3 kills. That's a really bad Tiger. Panther coming back up, trying to fight. Now Tiger's like, oh gee, I guess I'll help. Why would you call in close air support? There's, I guess over here, but you called it in more likely to help with that armor, really, than this. And once again, we have a Tiger tank showing its side armor to a bunch of Su-85s. Pure genius over here. Remember how I said all of them were 3 stars? And remember, they won't do any close air support because here, because this is the boundary. It won't hit anything outside the boundary. Nice Command Panther, that will give a boost, I guess. And now these units are kind of in a pickle, but wow, we have the M10's coming back over here. Versus the Command Panther should have this GG, but we shall see. Wow. Okay. I know I said it's like I just stated like the Tiger wasn't doing anything, but you know that both players have been placing mines. Never engage on never chase someone on a main road. because most likely there's going to be a mine. Always go off-road. If you're ever chasing something, make sure you control it and go like off-road so the mine on the main road won't hit it. Like, this is a key juncture point. If you go along this fence, guarantee you there's no mine there. So yeah, Otaku is doing a really good job of just annihilating this guy and pretty much just keeping him on edge. He's constantly just hurting him. His base is injured. He really has no units. No real... I mean, he has a ton of fuel, but no real way to get armor. So, at least he's gonna save up for a king, which I don't think he can even necessarily get. I'm unsure. I think he may have placed both. I'm not sure. But that would be his only chance. Once again, one thing... Wow, okay, nice kill. One thing I'll say, never heal a vehicle on the front lines. Pull a little bit back so a stuka doesn't hit it. My recommendation. Why did you call close air support over here? I mean, sorry, Stormvic strike. Because of the Panther? You know, Stormvic strikes are only really... Wow, just right through the tank, huh? Alright. You do know that it's really just meant for killing, infantry. M10's just charging away versus the... Wow, I didn't even realize he had 3 Panthers. M10's, though, not really great against Panthers. They're really meant for lighter armor. But that being said, when you show your rear, it's hard to ignore how much damage it can really do. Also, they do have a comet, which will probably help, and it's just swarming at this point. The Panther's like, I don't know which one to hit. Wow, that Panther got wrecked. Also, probably shock troops with Panzer strikes also help. My god, if you get a shock troop or Panzer strike, you're really asking for it. Oh, retreat. A nice grenade, but yeah, retreat. Way too many Panzer strikes for you to deal with. This guy still has his blob. And he's still spamming stukas. Why? Why are you spamming stukas? Nice command Panther, by the way, but why? Oh, they got another tiger, ladies and gentlemen. And it's probably going to be just as useless. Oh, boy. Okay. I'll give it this. This guy's doing okay, at least keeping his Volk squads alive. But my god. Stop with the stuka spam. You don't need stukas right now. You need armor. You need to get like a king with a command Panther, and then maybe a Panzer IV for extra infantry damage. But like a nice wide range of just good armor, not artillery. That's you don't need that. You just don't. You just don't. Alright, so you do have a Churchill on this side. I guess he saved up, which is smart. I mean, right now, again, if you can make sure that the Panzer trucks can't hurt it. I like how he's declaring to the world. Wait, do you really have 6 M10's? Is the Tiger... I love how the Tiger's running and he only has 3 M10's. I think what he just did was make it seem like the Tiger, like he was charging with 6 M10's. So the Tiger, instead of holding his line, retreated and ran away. That is actually really smart, because it's not out of the idea like he would have that many. It's just, oh my god, it's like that would be terrifying, and you know, like those things have already caused enough damage. Also, why are you showing your rear armor? Are you gonna smoke and try to why are you backing up? Okay, I don't know what pathfinding issue maybe. That's still a thing. Kind of bad. Artillery cover's coming in this area, and oh my god, it's gonna wreck. As long as they have like some type of recon, it'll keep calling in all pretty much units in this sector. It's terrifying how much damage that thing does. Do you have an yeah, you do. You have also a 152 artillery gun, which again, great for killing OKW because, well, they're kind of clumping themselves up together, and just a couple shells will do a lot of damage. A lot of M10's. Tiger on the run. That's pretty great. This guy still has 1 Panther. At this point, it's just GG. The Axis really have nothing. Nice turn Vic Strike coming in. I'm assuming you're doing it against this Volk Blob. Wow, nice Katusha and Turn Vic Strike just annihilating that stuff. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, don't clump. If you know they're using artillery... Wow. I'm assuming that was from the 240. Wow, that's just overkill at that point. But yeah, if you know they're clumping up, just spread your units out. Also, nice King. I guess that's their last-ditch attempt. But I don't think that's going to work all that well. I can. Why don't give shock troops Panzer Shreks? Don't allow them to get it, because man, oh man, that's a deadly combination. Oh, let's give the unit that my armored unit has a really tough time killing anti-armor. Also, M10's just, once again, wrecking the Tiger. Love it. Panzer Strike Blob coming in. I really want him to just make the M10's just run over all these units. I really do. M10's have the, whoa, plane crash, almost hitting that. That is awesome. But anyway, Centaur finally hitting the Panzer headquarters like 20 minutes. No, 25 minutes after I told to do so earlier. Or on this side, but whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this guy is like one of the worst high-level players I've seen. Like, you're not doing all that great, and you're kind of too sporadic. I mean, this is doing more. You're Stuka close air support than anything you really have. Also, M10s are still here, dumbass. One Panther is not going to do... What? Why you're... Oh, he's trying to get range. Okay. Oh, no, he turned around. That's what he was doing. He turned around. Wait. Who do I have clicked? Wait, Scratchy became an AI? When did Scratchy become an AI? 31 minutes. Anyone else? That's even more depressing. The fact that you can't beat an AI. Oh my god. That's even... I didn't even notice that. That's even more depressing. Oh my god. Okay. So what have we learned here? First off, this guy sucks. Secondly, if you have the advantage, press it. And kind of have a nice... And even if you have a nice wide range of units, that's fine. But I still have no idea why this guy is so determined to fight this area and why he even chose to. Like, I get maybe they want to have like an equal varied force of 1 OKW, 1 Wehrmacht, but keeping your lanes is something this guy has done pretty poorly. And you really play... Dude, heal your units. My god. More Stukas? Really? Because that has done so well for you in the past. Also, oh wow, nice Stuka hit, but hey, maybe you should have hit the target instead of doing it. What was that? What was the point hitting this way? You know it's right here. You just target it because you knew it was right there. I just don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, kind of a mix in middle. Honestly, this game's pretty much just a clusterfuck right now. I mean, sure, this guy's some good Wolverines, and he's doing it pretty well, honestly. I honestly didn't expect Wolverines to be that good, but to be fair... Oh my god, that has to be terrifying when he says M10's here, and you just see a bunch of high-level M10s just rushing in, and it's pushing back Panthers. I feel it's just like that's the crux, or like a joke. It's just like the M10s are here just to annoy the enemy team. Just to be like, oh god. That's an amazing war cry. And I feel like a lot of people forget how how simple the chat stuff can really work. It's just making the enemy team like feel one way or another. Like, you can make the enemy team get like really heated, and people do this where they cause a lot of chat spam and stuff like that. It makes and like I've done it, and I've been inflicted by it, where it just makes you very aggressive and like, I'm gonna murder this guy, I want to murder him, and it's like he's calling me a loser, I'm gonna destroy him, and it just makes you more aggressive and more prone to losing your units. And then on the flip side, you could do it yourself and like, okay, I'm causing the enemy team to just be like really aggressive, and either like that can work to your advantage because it's like makes them more. It's like, if you ever played Ruse, it's kind of like fanaticism. It makes them more prone to fight, and it won't make them retreat. But the problem is, if they have more units and they win, they're going to press, and there's not going to be that delay. They will push. They will do everything in their power to annihilate you. Alright, so we do have a king. It's about time we actually got a king. Well, at least he got something other than a bunch of stukas. Don't be wrong, it's like, hey, what about the Command Panther? Oh, it died from the M10's, so we know you can't use that effectively. The king has more armor, which yay, but and M10's have not exactly the best penetration, so good for him. But again, you give them enough ranking and they become pretty good, especially when you, I don't know, activate their special. Also, I love how he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fire a bunch of AT grenades over here and just fire at this. Once again, more mines. You probably should have Minesweeper, but whatever. At this point, they're literally pressing into, like, the heart of their territory. More Stukas. Are you kidding me? Okay, nice hit. I'll give you that. But with the amount of Stukas I want to see how many Stukas this guy's deployed, because my god. Anyway, so Scratchy's doing his own thing. Looks like the allies over here are pretty much dominated. Now they're pushing in mid. We have some M10's over here. He's unfortunately 45's infantry is pretty much gone. He could easily get more. Wow, this guy's a pop cap. I'll give him that. This individual maybe not necessarily the quote-unquote best, but he's doing a pretty good job with what he has. And he's made a few mistakes, but I feel like the M10's, I love his war cry with the M10, just like, I'm coming to get you, and the enemy's just like, I'm out of here. This guy's freaking insane. That I do like that. But honestly, I feel like this red player sucked with armor. The one guy the problem with this guy is his vital issue is this headquarters. He could have easily won if he kept engaging, but he hasn't. Also, nice job spreading out your forces. Don't just have these guys in one lane. Again, help out when needed. I'm not saying that red couldn't have helped out. I'm just saying I find it really odd for him to constantly keep fighting over here when it is farther away from his base. And he's maybe not necessarily the best equipped to fight these players. If both the OKW players over here, I guarantee you that they would have been wrecked all the way back to their base. But again, I have no idea how two Vermont players would have been. If that red player would have been on the right, probably the right side would have fell a lot easier. King's on this side, doing a lot of damage. Nice job, AI. Really? Retreat? You have 3 Panzerschrecks. It would have instantly one-shotted the thing, and you retreat. And now all of his units are retreating, and now they can easily push up without much AT from those Volk squads. Yeah, also, why do you have so many vet bonuses for artillery? Whatever. Wow, you actually did have a penetration bonus. Did a plane just crash? Oh, it did crash. M10's on standby. Some type of oh, there we go. Zeroing artillery. No. Oh, sector artillery. Okay. So that explains why this guy failed with the Churchills, the AI controlling it. Okay. I guess you're going with Kings as a last-ditch effort, but honestly, you're pretty much failing. You're pretty much not gonna win with just Kings. They have way too many locations, way too much resources stocked up, and just honestly, it's gonna be way, way too much for you guys to handle. Huh. I don't know. In this game, the guy sent in, again, because of the M10's, and I feel like his M10's were pretty good, but overall, I find it more the fact that they were very, that I liked his war cry, kind of just saying, like, I'm gonna rush in with a bunch of fireflies, and just made the enemy retreat. That's probably the funniest moment of this game. But, yeah, I just felt like the enemy, for being such high level, was pretty incompetent this game. Really incompetent. Great infantry push, Stuka spammed. Nice ride range of units, don't know how to use it, armored sucked. On this side, it was kind of like oh my god, I love that. The king's automatically like, I'm out of here, peace, peace. And he's using his special, which is extra armor piercing rounds, which is great, because it puts him on par with Jackson's. showing her armor, really stupid, and instantly dead. Great. Just great. Die in 10 seconds. Churchill coming through, not really much to hurt it. M10's to the rescue. This guy's like, I am out of here. No, 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 no. Please go this way. Thank you for go. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. This is my dessert. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my dessert. Please just murder it. Thank you. He does have some Panzer strikes, but again, M10s are known for running these guys over. Just keep going. Oh my God. Just get wrecked. He's probably going to lose it, unfortunately. A lot of his M10s. But that before killing 2 stukas and pretty much annihilating everything else. This guy's rushing in. And he's probably feels so good about himself because he killed a bunch of M10s, which really should not be a threat in the first place. They're really of low armor and can be easily killed. So, congratulations. You have Su-85s over here, which should hold back their armor pretty effectively, as shown with the double SU hit. Oh, that was great. But, yeah, I don't think that's the point he was trying to get. I think the point was the M10s rushed in there and did a ton of damage. And there was... And honestly, even though he lost them, they got a lot of kills. And M10s, I feel, are just really... I don't like them at all. But the fact you use them pretty well, good for you. Good for you. And this guy, for having so... like, he's spamming armor. Why would you spam stugs? Like, do you think you're going to get the same idea? Like, he spam M10s. I mean, it has to work. It has to work. And, of course, and they surrender. Yeah, I find this even more pathetic because of the fact that they had an AI for the last 20 minutes. If there's an AI, typically the enemy team will rebound. This simply wasn't the case. The allies pressed over here, pressed really hard, and made sure they lost everything. I love that. Absolutely love it. And then they pushed everything over here to just annihilate these guys, push them all the way back to base, and yeah, there was nothing they could do. Yeah, let's look at damage. Overall, most damage goes to the M10 guy. Second was Ho. I feel like he was pretty great, actually, with his wide range. I mean, he had a lot of units. And for a Soviet player going positive, that's actually a great accomplishment. That's actually really good. So I do think, like, he was probably, honestly, the best. Again, this rank shows he deserved that. He honestly deserved it. The SU-85s were on point. His Katyushas were very close and were excellent at killing infantry blobs pushing up, shock troops and everything. Wide range of forces. Again, I can't complain about this guy. Scratchy, again, I feel like he pressed his emplacements too much and kept pushing a lot of units too much and healing, and that's why he lost and left eventually. Otaku, I felt was pretty good. His comments and stuff did some nice hits. I feel like he lost a lot of forces and engaged in engagements where he probably knew he could have not have won. But that being said, I feel like he was a good supporting player. And 45, great infantry until you lost it from the overwhelming stuka spam. But your M10s, I'll give you this. For coming back with M10s, I feel like you accomplished that really well, because I've seen M10s like comebacks and they just completely fail, and the enemy team loses like 5 M10s in the span of like 30 seconds. M8, you suck with armor, and you suck overall. And look at it with losses. End of story. Red Army and God were pretty good. I feel like there was just nothing. I mean, like, God had Panther spam, which kind of backfired, and Red Army, I mean, like, your Pack 43 kind of, like, there was nothing special. There was nothing I could tell. You got most damage, congratulations, but there's nothing remarkable. And then this guy, Stuka spam and Volk spam. Well, okay, the Volk spam was good until you put your forward retreat point, which was your major flaw in the back of your base, which stopped you from keeping them on the front lines, which allowed pretty much this push and pull mentality on both sides. And then the Stuka spam, you are terrible with Stukas. You either were okay or terrible, and none of them were really that great. Actually, that's a good point. Hold on, how many goddamn Stukas did you spam? How many? 7. You spammed 7 Stukas and only got 181% efficiency. Terrible. Just terrible. Volk squads were your best unit. And again, you only produced 7, which is remarkable, because you only lost 2, and they were really highly ranked, so good for you. But my god, work on your stuka usage. But overall, that was an okay game. Some good tactics, but I feel like, again, I'm just befuddled by that game. I don't like this map at all. I really don't, but whatever. Still okay game, still pretty good. Like the M10 and propaganda usage, Volk squads and whatnot. And good combined arms with the Soviet players. So, again, pretty good. In any case, that's game. Thanks you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.